Okay. So we have to give instruction. We have to give the instruction to perform some operation in the. Okay, we have to perform some operation in the computer by giving some instruction. For performing that operation, we should. So, how the instruction will be given? The instruction may be given in terms of some programming languages. Say, for example, if I want to talk to others, I'm using some of the language to communicate what I intend to speak to others. So lighted programming language is one of the important thing to communicate to the computer. That means how we are giving communicating to the computer in terms of some of the instructions. Okay. Now, actually, I told no this course CSE 1001. We are going to be teach two different type of programming language, that is Python as well as the C programming language. First, I'll start with the Python. So, why I have chosen the Python? Because Python is very simple language, so it is not that much complicated, and syntax everything is very simple and clear. It will be very clear to understand, and also like previous classes we have discussed some of the algorithms and pseudocodes. No, that is nothing but the Python programming. How I have reading two values of what I have to give read a comma b. In Python also we can give read a comma b. I want to add c equal to a plus b means c equal to a plus b. So in Python same syntax. Print C. So that same like Python language looks like a normal pseudocode only. It that is we no need to use a like a proper programming constructor to make a program. So and also it is more powerful programming languages because it consists of a lot of features. Even YouTube, Google, Yahoo, as well as NASA people are using that. You can freely download the Python using the website python.org. Guys, have you installed Python?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Every
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
friend,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
anybody faced problem to install Python?
No,
No, ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So you may wonder that why that name Python? Is it a snake? No, just one comedy show. So who is the author? Who is the founder of Python? Guido van Rossum. He created this Python programming language. He named. He selected this name by just from one British comedy television show. That is the thing. Like there's a Monty Python Flying Circus. From that he just picked that name. There is no Indian meaning for this Python. And Python is a high level language and like a normal C, C++, Java. And uh, and main important thing is we can differentiate here. Python interpreter will be used, whereas in C, C++, Java compiler will be used. I think already I have told the difference between what is called as a interpreter and compiler, right? I'll explain here. Actually, in Python, what we are using, no, there are two different type of things are there to convert our high-level program into machine understandable way. So what are the programming language we are using? Everything we are using our high level language, like how the human being we can able to understand, in that way we are writing. But the computer cannot able to understand what we are writing as a program. So it will understand only the low level language. Low level language means what? It understands only zeros and ones. So any disturbance you are getting in my voice or hello,
No,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
guys?
It is clear, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Breaking our voice.
Now it is fine, ma'am.
Okay. So Ayush is asked one question. What language did he use to create this Python language? I'm not sure. I'll check it. Some of the thing I know, like a C language created in the C language created by the C language itself. I'll check it and I'll tell Ayush. Okay. So, what are the it's like to translate our high level programming language into to low level languages? what are the things are there? There are two types of like to do the translation. There is converter, interpreter, as well as compiler. So interpreter, and what is the difference between compiler and interpreter? Compiler, what it will do, no? I'll show this. Actually, this is the process of compiler. So what the programming, program we are writing, it's called as a source code. And compiler, what it will do, no? It will consider all our source code as a single component, that is bundle it, and it compile. Compile means what? First it will check about for all the statements, either whether the syntax is correct or not. Okay, syntax means what? I think you understand what is meant by syntax. Like properly whether the language is used for writing the program. Then only the computer can able to understand that statement. So it checks about the syntax. Once all the syntax is correct, then what it will do? It will create the object code for the particular source code. What is meant by object code? Object code is nothing but the machine understandable code language. Like what the program we are writing, it is called as a high level language. So the computer, what it will do, it convert it into a low level language, that is called as a object code. And finally, so normally say like a C, C++, Java means along with the object code, it will create the executable code. That is executor, it will create the executable code, that is .exe file. In any platform, we can run that exe file. That is the process of compiler. Okay, so what the compiler will do, it will consider the high level program as a source code, and it will translate into a low level language, that is called as the object code, and it creates the exe file also. Whereas Python, just it will consider our program as a source code, and each line it will try to translate. It won't consider the entire program as a one program, and it won't compile it. So if I'm having 10 lines in my program, so first line it will read and it will check whether syntax is correct. If it is correct, then only it will go for the second sentence, like the second line, and third line, fourth line, like that it will go. So this is interpreter. Interpreter means translating line by line, that is called as an interpreter. And main disadvantages in the Python programming means it won't create the executable file because it's not creating the object code. Some other mechanism they are using in Python to execute that without having a exe file. So that is the main difference between compiler and interpreter. Python is using only interpreter. Any doubt, ma?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So how to start with a Python? I think it's better to show the demo. I'll open the Python. Guys, have you installed Python ideally?
Yes,
Certainly
ma'am.
very easy to work out.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I think I don't have software. Today my system became very slow. Something happened. Which version you guys downloaded?
Ma'am,
3.9, ma'am.
3.9.
Pardon?
3.9.
3.9.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Actually, I don't know. Previously, I installed. How much time it took for you to install?
10 seconds, ma'am.
Yes.
Few seconds.
10 minutes now.
10 seconds.
This is a very small one only.
10 seconds.
There is something like 27 MB, ma'am.
This one now. 26.9, 27 MB. Very
Yes,
small
ma'am.
file only.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the Python, lot of advanced features are there. Actually, in the first year, we'll explain the very basic. Later, you can build, you can read the advanced features because Python is supporting all the things like you can create a website, you can create a database, and like recent machine learning programming, you can do it in Python. AI programs, everything we can support Python. Once if you are coming to the advanced level, because why the people are preferring Python? No, coding is very easy to understand. Okay, so it's one of the good opportunity. Side by side, you can Python programming also, no issue at all. Why I didn't get any option here?
Click on install now, ma'am.
There it is.
Just click on
First one.
first option.
Yes, that one.
Yes, ma'am.
For you guys also, it took a lot of time to install.
No, ma'am. Only 10
No, ma'am.
seconds.
No, ma'am.
It took only a few seconds. That's it.
Some system problem today I'm having.
Ma'am,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am, you could clear the temporary data, right?
Clear the
Temporary data.
where?
Type in the search box %sign.
Ma'am, just Control plus R. Just go to your run and just type percentage temp.
Percentage, temp, and percentage.
Percentage, ma'am.
Enter.
Enter.
Ma'am, delete everything
Just
except those
select
which
all.
ask permission.
Yes, ma'am.
Pardon?
Select all and delete, ma'am.
Control A.
Control A.
But Python not installed now, no?
Ma'am, it would. This is
It
just
is.
like the cache data in your phone.
Yeah.
It's just like that. It wouldn't install.
It's telling, okay, now the what I downloaded, that also is there in the cache, right?
Ma'am,
You
you
can
can
just
skip that file.
cancel it.
Skip
Cancel or
that
skip.
one only.
Skip. Skip.
Everything it is asking to skip, huh?
Ma'am, just click on that do it for all and just click on that skip, ma'am. Click on
One
the do it
second,
for all.
one second. I'll complete this process. I'll check it whether Python install or not. Yeah, it came, I think. So for opening also it's taking time. What you told, ma?
Ma'am, just skip them if who asks like permission or this thing, just skip those things.
Ma'am, click on the do it for all and just skip it.
That's it.
Where is do it for all?
There is a
Checkbox.
checkbox.
Do it
right?
for all
There-
current items.
Box.
Yes,
Click
yes, ma'am.
skip.
Yes, ma'am. Click on it and
Skip.
just click
Skip.
skip. Yeah. Now it's fine.
My C drive is loaded more, I think so. Ah,
Yes, ma'am.
we got Python, right? See, guys, this is we used to call as a shell prompt. There are two things are there to do the Python code. One is called as a interactive mode. Another one is called as a script mode. Okay. So what is called as an interactive mode? Now what I'm getting now, it is called as an interactive mode, right? This is called as interactive mode. That three greater than symbol you may have. So interactive mode means what are the command here we are giving for everything it will respond. It's line by line only I have to do the code. Say for example, A equal to 5, B equal to 6. I'm telling C equal to A plus B. Okay. Then I'm telling that print C. Bracket. Yeah. So, see, actually, it's a small program, right? A equal to 5 b equal to 6 c equal to a plus b, print c. Just normally how I'll understand the problem or how I'll write the algorithm, same way the Python is accepting this. Actually, it is a interactive mode. Like first I given a equal to 5, it is accepting. It is called as a prompt shell prompt. The triple greater than symbol. A equal to 5, it is taking. B equal to 6, it's taking. C equal to a plus b taken. Print C, then it's printing the C value. Line by line, what are the command I am giving? It is translating into under the understandable way. Instead of giving that line by line, I want to make it as a file. Then you can go for the script mode, new file. Then you will have a editor window. Here you can type the entire program and you can save it. And in the command line, you can run this. Okay, that also you can do it. Normally for writing a big program, because after saving the program, I want to make some changes. If you're writing the program in the command line, again you cannot able to revoke it. Again, you have to type the statement from the beginning. Whereas if you save it as a file, then you can get it back and you can make changes. That is the difference between interactive mode and script mode. Okay, both are same only. So in both way, the Python will respond. So these three greater than symbol we used to call as a shell prompt, or it is called a prompt. Here only the interpreter will be working. If you are giving simply, if you are giving 1 plus 2, then immediately it will give 2. It won't ask what is 1 or what all the things. So Python, another best advantages of Python means it won't bother about the what are the variable or constant you are using. Whereas in the C program means it won't allow you to use any variable or constant. It will ask you to properly initialize the value, declare the value, and giving you should give the data type, and a priori how to inform. This all the formalities that the Python programming, the programming construct is very simple. Okay, if you are going to be doing the script mode, already I shown the script mode means the file you have to open a new file and you have to save that as .py. Now you no need to give, if you are giving a name itself, save as. If you are giving a name, then all Python program will be saved with the extension of .py, and file will be indicated with the Python symbol. I think you know that the Python symbol that at the beginning we got it before going to open, that is a symbol. So we can easily identify that what is the, so which one is the Python program, see Python program. Like instead of giving that in the interactive mode, we can do the program. Like now I'll open one program. See, this statement will type in the script mode. You can also simultaneously work along with me. So go to the Python. It's ideally in that we can open the new file, and here I am typing that program. You don't need to declare anything, directly you can give here what I want to type. Print 4 plus 3, 4 minus 3, 4 greater than 3. These three statements I want to print it in my program. Okay. Okay, after typing the statements, here I have given 4 print statement, because we are in the first lab, we don't know that how to use the all the things programming concepts. So that's why I used only print statement. I'm saving this. Save. So I'm given for first and save. So if you can see at the top Python symbol along with the first.py, that is my program name. Then how to run? Okay, directly you can press F5 or you can use the run module. So run module means when I'm running, I'll get the result in the shell prompt. not here. This is the window. We can type the program and we can edit. So I'm giving the run module. I pressed F5 or run module. Here I'm getting the answer for this. So what is this? I have run this program first.py. This is it's showing the location where it was saved. And the first print statement is what? 4 plus 3. I got the value as 7. Next print statement is 4 minus 3. So I got the value is 1. Next I asked the print 4 is greater than 3. Actually it is a condition, isn't it? 4 greater than 3. It is true or false? True. So the Python will accept the Boolean values also. So Boolean means true means capital T R U E it will give. If it is false, capital F A L C like that it will give. And for the print statement, I asked it to print a hello world, so it is printing hello world. So I'll get the shell prompt. Can you able to follow, ma? So very easy to execute the program in Python. Very user friendly and very easy. I think this is the way we have to do the program. Doing Python, it's not a matter. First, problem solving is very matter. Okay. Hereafter, what I will do it. First, I'll give the problem. So, what are the steps we have to do to solve the problem? Tell me. Can you remember?
That table.
Pardon? First, we have to we have to fill the pre-programming phase. What are the pre-programming phases are there?
PAC chart.
Yes, writing a PAC chart. Next one is writing algorithm or pseudocode. So after completing the PAC chart, next we have to write the programming phase. In programming phase is writing the Python program, and we have to run with the test cases. These are all the 4 important things is important for problem solving as per this course concern. So whatever the problem is given, first we have to write the PAC chart. That is a problem analysis chart we have to fill. Next thing is what we have to write either algorithm or pseudocode. Third one is writing the program, and fourth one is executing the program by satisfying the test cases. Okay. Hereafter, for every problem, I'll follow these 4 steps. Okay. Now read the problem. I have given one problem. You please read, and after completing this, anyone, those who understand, please tell me the step how to solve this problem.
Goes to slow with N. The price of each chocolate is same. For every
You guys, are you having a notebook in your hand? Please, side by side, you work out in your notebook also. Write a PAC chart, and down you have to write the algorithm. Anyone identify the answer for this? Okay, what do you understand, guys? What is given in the problem?
Oh, ma'am, I did.
Okay, explain.
Ma'am, the given data is rupees N, and the price of each chocolate is C.
Okay,
And
so you are, wait a minute. You are telling that for this problem, the input that is data is N and C. What is N?
N is the rupees
Amount
he
in
has.
that. So little. I'll read the problem. Little Bob loves chocolate and he goes to a store with rupees N in his pocket. The price of each chocolate is rupees C. So you are telling that N is the amount what he's having in his hand, and the chocolate price is C. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, ma'am. Then the solving part will be number of chocolates will be equal to n by c plus 1. Why I did plus 1 is because if he gives a wrapper back, he gets another chocolate. So, and this is only available once. So the number of chocolate will be n by c. N is the number rupees he has, and c is the cost of each chocolate. So he will get a integer value from that, and plus 1 is if he gives the wrapper back, he'll have another chocolate.
Oh, okay. I think you are misunderstand the problem. This is why I asking see, first you have to read the problem very clearly. Not one time, at least 2-3 times you have to read, and each line try to understand. So what you said, everything is correct, only one mistake you did. Have anyone identified his mistake?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what
Ma'am,
it is
the
telling?
processing formula can be n by c, the number of chocolates he gets, plus n by c by m. M is the number of wrappers he can exchange for chocolates, ma'am.
That means what you understand here, just a minute. The third line I am reading: the store offers a discount for every m wrappers he gives to the store, and he gets one chocolate for free. That means what? Say for example, the boy returning 2 wrappers, how many chocolate he will get?
One chocolate.
One chocolate. Suppose if the boy purchasing 4 chocolate, then how many free chocolate he will get?
Two.
2. So this is the offer. Okay, this offer you have to give as a choice. What is M? So along with the input, now previously the previous person, the guy told that input is N comma C. No, input we have to add M also, because it's a user choice. The shopkeeper has to decide the discount, like the offer. So we have to give input as N. N is nothing but amount in his hand. C is chocolate price. M is offer, that for how many wrappers the shop is accepting to give a chocolate. Are you clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now coming to
Yes,
the
ma'am.
calculation. How many chocolate he will buy? What is the formula? Buying N by C.
N
He
by
is
C.
having N number of amount in his hand, and C is the cost of the chocolate. So he will get N by C number of chocolate. Right. So he's getting N by C number of chocolate, and the store is giving offer for M wrappers discount. So N by C chocolate N by C gives number of chocolate to what he is buying. So that chocolate divided by M will get that how many free chocolate he will get it. Is it correct or not? Understand the problem?
Yes, ma'am. That's what I told.
But you told plus 1 or something, no?
No, ma'am, that was me.
Okay. Actually, I could not see that who is speaking because I have shared my full screen mode. I am there.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So now finally is the how many chocolate does the Bob get to eat? So N by C chocolate plus N by C divided by M chocolate, free chocolate. By adding both, he will get the that number of chocolate he will get. Second person is correct only. I told no, yours is correct only. I'm correcting that why we got that M. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the logic here we used. Have everyone understand this logic? So
Yes.
problem solving means we will give the problem like that only. We won't directly, so we can tell in a direct way also, but this is the real time problem, right? So we have to solve real time problem. No one will give that banana like in the ready-made way to eat. So you have to peel that everything and you have to finally eat. So this is the thing we will follow in the CSE 1001 course. Okay. By practice, everyone will get to know how to solve the problem. So every class I'll solve the problem like that. See this PSC chart. What I discuss, everything is given in the PSC chart. So what are the input or data we need? Amount in hand N, price of one chocolate C, number of wrappers free chocolate, that is M. How to get a number of chocolate P equal to N by C? Why we have used a quotient here? Because the boy is having 11 rupees in his hand. One chocolate price is 2. How many chocolate he will get? 5 chocolate only. He won't get 5.5 chocolate. Is it correct or not?
Yes,
Correct
ma'am.
or not? So
Yes.
we will consider only the quotient of N by C. Then that quotient of N by C divided by M will get the free chocolate. At last, how will get the total chocolate? By adding number of chocolate plus free chocolate. That is the chocolate the Bob will get at the end. Clear? So this PAC which helps for us to understand the problem, and also it helps to write the coding from this. Okay. Now algorithm. So algorithm means what? Like a normal statement we can write. Which way we understand the problem? In the way we can write read N and C. Read N and C means, or you can write read amount in hand and chocolate price, and compute means calculate. Calculate the number of chocolate Sorry for the disturbance, ma. Is recording is going on? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, this one we discussed, no? So we have to calculate the, we have to truncate the decimal part, that is finding the quotient. Finally, we have to add the number of chocolate the boy purchased divided by, sorry, by adding with number of free chocolate he got it. Finally, we have to print the chocolate receipt. Actually, this is not like it is not a standard format you have to write the algorithm. Even you can write it very smartly. If here some underscore or something used, you can write it clearly in the sentence. Right?
Ma'am, your screen is not visible, ma'am.
Screen not visible. Okay.
Yes, ma'am, it is fine now.
Okay. So to performing this, so we have discussed this, no? Now, I have written the algorithm. Now, how can I write the program? For writing the program, the important thing in the Python is we should understand about the code. Like we should understand the syntax, how to convert the program. And next thing is we have to use some of the identifiers, or it is called as a data variables for performing arithmetic calculation. That means what? I'll go to the PAC. Right. Here in the PAC, what I used, amount in hand, I have denoted as N. And price of one chocolate, I denoted as C. Number of wrappers for free chocolate, I denoted as M. This N, C, N, I am calling as a data or a variable, or it is called as an identifier. Right? And because if I know what is NCM, then only I can substitute in the formula P equal to N by C and F equal to P by M, and finally adding the total. Right? So first we should understand what is called as an identifier. Identifier is nothing but what? To identify a particular value or data, we used one identity, that is called as an identifier. Say for example, my name. Name is used for what? Identifying a particular person. Right? For all the references, I'll use my name only. So if I don't have a name, how the people will recognize me? That means recognize means they will identify me, right? So the identifier is nothing but naming the data. That is called as an identifier. So what are the rules for making the identifier? Like I told no previously, N, C, P, M or something. How can we make that? Not only P, N, P, C. You can make any identifier by your convenience. But the thing is, the rules is, see, line is an identifier. You can have some character followed by some digits or whatever it is, but first letter should not be a number, like a line. It is a valid identifier. Salary, yes, I can put. EMP1, yes, it is correct. And we should not give any space, like I should not give like uh, student total. You should not give the space between student and total. So all identifiers should give without space. Only one special character allowed is underscore. You should not give employee space salary. Instead of connecting two words, you can use the underscore. And first letter should not be a digit. And maximum don't use the identifier more than 8 characters. So that we are calling as an identifier. So the role, so what I told, the rules I have told, and Python is very case sensitive, very, very important. Total, say for example, total, like in the first line I have given capital T O T A L, and next line I have given a small T O T A L. Both are different type of variable. Okay, so it's very case, and it's a case sensitive. If you are using capital letter, use in the particular place, otherwise use it in a small letter. Okay, identifier may be a letter, digit, but the digit should not begin in. To connect two words, you can use the underscore. That is the only special character allowed in the Python. Spaces are not allowed in the identifier. So we you see that these are all a valid identifier. Total sales is a valid identifier. Tell me. PPT is visible.
Yes.
Total sales is the first column. Yes. Second one valid. I can use any small letter and capital in the middle. That is my problem. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The third one is a valid identifier because the digit is given last only.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
fourth one is a valid identifier. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's a follows. A very important thing we have to check about the invalid identifier. Why it is invalid identifier? The first one. Tell me the reason. Because single quote is nothing but a special character, right?
Special character, ma'am.
Yeah, the single quote. Here I have given, it's a special character. Special character not allowed in the identifier except underscore. Why it is invalid? Because
Space.
space is given. Why it is invalid?
Number and the
digit
first.
started.
Digit at the
And
first.
why it is
First.
invalid?
Underscore at the
letter,
first.
yeah, the first letter should be a character only. The first letter. So the first letter should be a character. So these are all the way to identify to make form the identifier. Next one is we have to see some of the basic things. Then only we can able to start writing the program for the previous problem. So little bit I'll tell about the basics and we'll go for writing the program for that. So keyword. What is meant by keyword? Keyword means normally in the programming language it has its own meaning. That is predefined meaning. For keyword, meaning is predefined. Say for example, for. You should not use for as an identifier because in programming language, for is for looping statement. So it's having its predefined meaning. Similarly, while, while. So we should not use while because while is a keyword in the programming language. Almost all programming language will use this. And in Python, and is a keyword. We should not use and as an identifier. And there are a lot of things at the next coming slide. I'll show what are these are all the Python keywords. And del, global, not, with, if, elif, import, else, in, is, rise, none, true, try, for, continue. So a break, while, these are all the words. You should not use it as a keyword because these words you should not use it as an identifier because these words are the keywords. Keywords means its meaning already defined. We cannot use that word for our purpose because the computer break means the computer understand that breaking the statement. It won't understand its identifier. That is it. Okay. So if you are using a keyword like if you are giving and equal to 10, then it will show invalid syntax because you can't able to identify the value 10 to and because and is a keyword. Its purpose is different. Next is variable. Actually, identifier and variable both are same only in my concern. What is meant by variable? Say, previous problem. See, I may call n as a variable, c as a variable, m is a variable, p is a variable. Or I can call n, c, m, p as an identifier. What is a variable? I don't know that how much amount the boy is having. Maybe one day this problem or program we can execute for m number of children, right? Right. First child having 10 rupees in his hand, so I can calculate that all the things. Maybe second child 20 rupees in his hand, so the third child may have 25 rupees, and fourth child may have 5 rupees. So n is a variable. I can assign any value to this variable. I cannot able to fix n value is equal to 5, 10. So variable means what? If the value changing, then it is called as a variable. That is the meaning of varying. The value if it is varying, then it is called as a variable. Say n means it's a variable. Instead of n, if I am giving, see 1 second. instead of n, I'm giving amount in hand is 10. That means what? So it is a constant value. 10 value is 10 only. No one cannot able to change the value of 10, isn't it? So how many times if you're repeating this problem, so you will tell that the person amount in hand is 10. So instead of 10, it is constant because its value is fixed. 10 value is 10 only. Instead of 10, if I am using that amount in hand is n, that means I can assign the value for n is 5 or 10 or 20, whatever it is, right? So if the value of the variable is changing, that is called as a variable. If keep on we are changing the value, then it is called as a variable. And also we can call as identifier also, no problem. Are you clear, guys? Say
Yes, ma'am.
here, which is a variable num. How to create a variable? Same thing. Previously, how we have created identifier, same rule for creating variable. So variable and identifier both are same. Don't be confused. We'll use call a variable instead of identifier, because in some program, their programming language they used to call as identifier or a variable. Term is variable only. What is the definition of variable? If the values keep on changing, then it is the value of the variable is changing, then it is called as a variable. Say num. I am telling it's a valid identifier or variable. Okay, I am assigning the value 10. So I am telling num equal to 10, num equal to num plus 1. What is the new value of num?
11.
11.
11.
Say, so I assign num equal to 10. Suppose if I am assigning num equal to 15, what is the new value of num?
16.
So I can assign any value to num. It is not fixed num equal to 10. So I can assign any value to num. Variable means the value, because if the value of the variable is changing, then it is called as a variable. For num, I can give any value 5, 10, 20. So I won't be fixed with one value. That is we used to call as a variable. Any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Next is
No, ma'am.
Next is called as a comment statement. What is meant by comment statement? This is one of the good habit for writing the program. Say I am writing one program. I can understand for what purpose I have written the program. Suppose your friend wants to understand your program. You are not in the position to explain. Just you are mailing the program to your friend. He has to understand your program. How he will understand the program? Instead of that, if you are giving the statements in the, if you are giving some explanation along with the code, then definitely your friend will understand, no? So that is called as a comment. Once again, I'll open the Python. See, this is a program, right? I want to understand what actually everyone will understand this. Simply, I'm telling that if I want to understand this, so what I have to do that I can give some of the explanation about that. Here, what I'm doing is as printing uh, two values. So here I can okay, printing the result of the condition. See, what is this? This is called as a comment statement. That means comment statements for understanding my purpose, our purpose. We are writing this. The program, the computer won't execute this. So print 4 plus 3 it will execute. Whereas once if you as symbol if you understand that, then it will omit this part. That is called as a commenting. If I want to do commenting means like I want to give some description, then I line by line I am giving. But it's not executable by the computer. Just it skips because it understands that it's a comment statement. And giving the comment statement also, the some varieties are there. See, if you are giving a comment in one single line, then you have to put an hash symbol. Suppose if you want to give a comment line in a multiple line, say for example you want to give an explanation in a big paragraph, then you have to give starting with the triple quotes and ending with the triple quotes. Say in the previous program, I have given the hash some comment line I have written. Okay? Instead of that, if you want to give a like big paragraph, you have to start with a triple quote and you have to end with a triple quote. That is for giving a comment in the multiple lines. Are you clear, ma? Any doubt? This is actually for a big formal programming. This is the one of the good habit when we are writing that program, or not only for a line by line, at least a segment. This part is for looping. This part for calculating. This part for updating the weight, like that. If you are giving some of the comment, then others who are reading your program or are trying to understand your program, for them it will be helpful. Next is called as a literal. Literal is similarly equivalent to constant. What is meant by constant? The value does not change. It is called as a constant. It is correct or not? I previously told, no, what is the value of 5? 5 only. Can anyone able to change that value 5? No. 1000 is 1000 only. Right? A character A is A only. And the symbol star is star only. So constant means that the value does not change. Okay. So even in the literal, that is literal is nothing but a constant. So there are types of literals or constants are there. First one is numeric literal. So what are the numeric constants we are having? We are having normally in the programming language, we can use all the digits, numeric constant like 0 to 9. Okay. And also we can use the sign if I want to give -10, I can give -10, or if I want to give 10 alone, I can give the 10. Next thing is I can use a real number with a decimal places, decimal number, like a 10.12, sorry, 12 or 24, whatever it is. So it is in computer terminology, it is called as a floating point value, or in normal mathematics we will call it is a decimal number. Okay, so these are all the things we can use it in the computer. So if it is number, then it is called as a numeric constant or numeric literal. What are the numeric constant we can able to use? The decimal digits from 0 to 9 along with the sign, as well as we can use the decimal point. Okay. So 10.24 is called as a floating point value, and 10 is called as a like normal integer value. What are the valid literals when we are going to be represented in Python? So these are all the numeric literals or numeric constant. Is it correct or not? 5. Is it numeric literal? It's a valid numeric literal. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Plus 2500, 2500 or 2500. It's a valid.
Yes, ma'am.
Minus 2500. Come to this.
Yes, ma'am.
5 point is a valid floating point value.
Yes.
See,
No.
actually,
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, other programming language it is invalid, whereas in Python it will consider that 5 point if you are giving no, automatically it will add 1 0. Here,
Okay.
2500 if you are giving, it will add. I'll show it. I'll show. It won't show error. These are all valid. And whether this is a valid number? Is this a valid number? Yes, sign is there. And 25,000, sorry, 2,500.125. This is also valid. These are all the valid floating points. These are all valid integer value. Why it is incorrect, this one? Why it is incorrect?
Which one, ma'am?
Comma.
Underline no here.
It is not visible, ma'am.
Comma.
Yes, ma'am. Due to a comma and that.
Comma.
Comma. So only decimal place only allowed. Comma is not allowed. Don't use comma. Okay, these are all the things are invalid because of giving the comma, right? Understand? Sign is allowed, decimal point is allowed. Okay, other than that, we should not use. These are all the examples of the numeric literals. Numeric literals either may be an integer value or it may be a floating point value. You can try it in your command line and tell me the thing, what is the output you are getting. Simply give 1024 in your shell prompt, what you are getting. Hello, are you doing or not?
Yes, ma'am. Doing now.
Yes.
Doing
What
now.
you got? What you got?
1024.
10, just it is just taking the value as it is and giving. If you are giving this on comma,
Syntax error leading 0 and decimal integer literals are not
yes,
permitted, ma'am.
yes,
With
because
00 prefix
it's
for
not a,
octal literals.
yes, it's not a valid one because comma is there. Is it a valid third one? Minus 1024.
Yes, ma'am, it's valid.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
0.1024.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 0.1024. What is the
Yes,
answer you
ma'am.
got?
Ma'am,
Same value.
0.10.
Same value,
Not a
0.1024, ma'am.
same value. 0.1024 it is displaying, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes,
if you
ma'am.
are not giving 0 before the point or after the point, it will add
It
it.
will automatically add, ma'am.
Yes. The last one.
Invalid.
Ma'am,
Invalid.
valid.
Due to one
Yes.
comma.
Yes, yes. I think you understand. These are all the valid and invalid integer values.
Ma'am,
Next one is
like
string.
if I print that 1 comma 0 to 4.46, it is separating both the values and it's printing, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Actually, it is making which bracket it is showing. It will show in bracket.
Yes, ma'am. Bracket, then it separates both the numbers.
Yeah, which bracket it is showing? Square bracket or curly brace or what?
Curly brace, ma'am.
Curly, ma'am. Not curly.
Curly, ma'am.
Ma'am, simple braces. Ma'am.
Closed.
Huh?
That
Closed,
round.
ma'am.
Closed braces. That's C shape.
Close brace. One second. So the thing is, in Python, we are having a different types of data types, like a dictionary, array, set. It is taking it is as a dictionary. So it's correct only. At present, you won't understand that what is called as a dictionary. We will discuss later. If you are giving 1, 0, 1, 2, 4 means it will consider 1 is one value and 0, 2, 4 is another value, right? Actually, for representing the numeric literal, you should not give comma in between. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
See here, I'm giving 1 comma. Oh, here it is not accepting. Maybe yours is old compiler, I think, old version. That is also correct only. If you are giving in comma, sometimes it has to give, say, take it as a dictionary value. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I'm using 3.8.
Maybe your older version, new version is not accepting. Even in 3.7 also, it will give like that. It will accept it as a dictionary value. Next one is
I'm
string
using 3.9. Even I'm getting in brackets. Ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am. Same.
Okay, maybe some
I'm not
variation.
getting that syntax error, ma'am.
No problem, ma. Actually, that's why the reason also I told no. If it is taking your value as a dictionary value, because in dictionary we
Okay.
have to give the value in comma only, right?
Okay.
Not dictionary. I think set. Dictionary means we'll put colon set. It is considering as a data type of set. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Next one is a string literal. What is called as a string literal? String means what set of character is called as a string, right? My name is a string, your name is a string, right? How the computer will understand it is a string. String means what? It consists of set of character. We have to intimate to the computer it's a set of character and it's a constant. String literally means string constant I am talking. Like my name is a constant, isn't it? Your name is constant. Our university name is constant. So these are all the things we used to call as a string constant. How to represent the string constant? We have to represent string constant starting with either quote with the single quote or double quote. Okay, single quote or double quote. These are all the things we used to call as a string literal. The example here I have given print. Within quotes I have given welcome to Python. Okay, so it is called, it is what the computer will do, whatever we have given in the single quotes or double quotes, it will print as it is. Normally we'll use this string literal to print the value only. Okay, can you able to follow this? If you want to display some information or message, I want to display my name, my university name, then we have to give that string constant in the quotes, either in the single quotes or double quotes. So both purposes same. So you may ask that what is the difference between single quotes and double quotes? The thing is, say here, if I want to print A, what I have to give? So I can give either double quotes or single quotes. A means just it will print as it is. So I want to print my email ID. So I can give either single quotes or double quotes in my print means it will print as it is. Sometimes in my message, if I want to use apostrophe S, here Jennifer Smith's friend. So in such cases, because already told that string constant means the computer will accept both single quotes as well as double quotes, isn't it? Okay.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
I'm giving like that, what the computer will do, if we are starting with the double quotes, then it will expect that the string should be ended with the double quotes. Actually, in the middle we have given the single quotes, no? So it will tell that it's a error because we started with the double quotes and ended with the single quotes. It won't further go because it identifies the quotes in the middle of the string itself. So in such cases, if you are going to be use the apostrophe S, then in such cases you can use the double quotes. Otherwise, you can use the single quotes or double quotes. No difference at all. Clear? Why this provision is given in the Python to use both the single quotes and double quotes means inside the string constant, if you want to use the apostrophe S, then you have to put it in the double quotes, right? Can we print the empty? See, I can give the space. Can I able to print the space? Yes. Single quotes, space, single quotes. So you'll get one space. Without space also I can use this none, empty string. Empty string means just I have used the double two quotes itself. Inside I didn't give in. This is this one is called as a none and it is called as a single blank space to print single blank space. So these are all the string constant we can able to use. Here some example is given. Tell me that is it a valid string constant? Single quotes hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, it is valid.
You can execute in your Python shell mode and you can check it. Is it a valid one? Double quotes hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Is it a valid one?
No, ma'am.
Why
No,
it is
ma'am.
valid?
Invalid.
Because
Ma'am, starting is single quote and when we end
Starting
with
single quoted, ending
double
is
quote.
double quoted.
If you are starting with the single quotes, you have to end with a
We have
single
to
quote.
end with single quote.
Same quote you have to use. You should not mismatch that. Is it a valid one?
No,
This
ma'am.
why?
No,
You
ma'am.
started with the double quotes and
instead
then you
of
will end with double quotes because
ending
we
with
are
single
not
quote.
valid. Because apostrophe yes. Is it a valid?
No, ma'am.
No.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It should
Because
start with
Ma'am,
the double
it should
quotes.
start with double quotes.
yeah,
Start
why?
with double quote
Because
and end with
Ma'am,
apostrophe
because
s
the
is given
apostrophe S
inside.
is
Yes. Is it a valid one?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So I think you understand
Yes,
how
ma'am.
to
Yes, ma'am.
string literal. Can everyone follow the class?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Praveen, are you in the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell me one example for a numeric constant.
5a
Numeric constant.
a
Hey, what I am speaking, what you're telling. Numeric constant I am asking. Numeric literal at least. Numeric means what? Number, no? Yes, Praveen?
yes, ma'am.
Constant means what?
5
Yes, yes. Which is the, tell me one example. Now tell me one example.
500
Yeah, very good. Why you told 5a previously?
5 and a, ma'am. I told.
5 and a, va? I didn't understand. Repeat once again.
No, ma'am, it's wrong. 50 minus 50.
Yeah, minus 50. Tell me one floating point.
50.00.
Pardon?
0.5.
0.5 is the example for what?
Numerical.
It's called as a floating point value in computer terminal. That is, if the number is having a decimal point, then it is called as a floating point value. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Rajveer, are you in class?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me one identifier, valid identifier. Tell me one valid identifier. Pardon?
And
Correctly you are telling wrong thing. And is a?
and is
What I told?
the
And is a?
ma'am, not answer, ma'am. Total or sales
Total.
or something.
Yes.
Yes.
Total is a valid identifier. Why and is not identifier?
Because it's a keyword.
Very good. Okay, ma. So hereafter, the middle, I will cross check whether you are following my class or not. Okay. Next thing is we can use a control character. What is meant by control character? There are some character which control the operations in the program. That is called as a control character. So normally the control character begins with a backslash. Here you can see, we can begin with a backslash. First, I'll introduce the first character, that is a backslash n. That means I'm printing some statement, and next coming thing has to be printed in the next new line. It should not continue in the same line. So in such cases, I want to introduce a new line. No? So for that we can use a slash n. Slash n means create a new line. That is the meaning. That is, it's called as a control character. N denotes a new line. Backslash means control character. So it is controlling this character, controlling the operation. Normally, if you are using print hello world means what we'll get. So I'll show it.
Ma'am, it will change the line.
Creates a new line.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, I'm getting the answer is print hello world. Now I want hello in first line, world in second line. Then I can use the new line characters. See here. Hello slash.
Hello.
How I'm getting the output? Hello is printed in the first line, world is printed in the second line. By this slash and what it is doing, it creates a new line, and after this slash and what are the things we are displaying, everything will come into the next line. That is the use of the control character /n. So like that, many character we are having, each character will perform its own operation. So understand about this, it's called as a escape sequence or it is called as a control character. Don't forget, it is called as a escape sequence, or it is called as a control character. It controls the operation. So here, how I'll get the answer for this? Print, single quotes, hello, /n, Jennifer Smith. How my output will be? Hello will be in the first
First
line.
line.
line and
Jennifer
Smith
Smith
in the other line.
After /n, what are the things will be there? It bring to the next line.
Next
And you can use a /n any place, and any number of /n you can get it. I think it's better you can practice this. So otherwise, tell me afterwards. You can practice. Actually, I didn't upload. Have you got the Moodle account, ma? No. Huh?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, not yet.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am, not yet.
Okay.
Can you please put all those things in Teams, ma'am?
Teams, it's uploading. It takes a lot of time. Moodle is more fast.
Yeah, ma'am.
So Teams, it takes a lot of time. So this many PPT if I am uploading, I have to wait for a long time. Okay, that's why I'm waiting for the Moodle. Moodle is very efficient. We used to have use the Moodle only. We love Moodle.
Okay, ma'am.
So, what is the output of this first print?
Hello world.
Okay.
Hello world.
What is the output of this second one?
Hello world with a new line.
That means?
I mean, like one line is printed, ma'am.
No. See, I'll show it. See, when I'm executing this statement, my prompt will be nearer to at the end of my print statement. You can notice. So I'm printing this. No, where is my? Okay, here you cannot able to see that. When you are printing the more number of lines, you can see this. Okay, normally if you are using hello world, your cursor will be prompt here itself. Here, if you are using /n, your cursor will skip one line and it will be jump to the next.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you repeat it again?
One second. In one statement, I cannot able to show the variation. See here. Here you can see. If I am giving hello world, it prints hello world and cursor is coming to the prompt. Next line it is coming. When I am giving hello world /n at the again, it will create one more new line at the end. No, after /n, I don't have any statement, but it is creating one new space. Here, space is created. No. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
That is the thing I am showing there. Double /n means double line, it will give space. So if I'm using /n before, no, first it will create a new line, next line it will print hello world. Is it correct?
Yes.
Here, hello world. Hello in first line, world in second line. Here, double /n means 2-line gap.
Hello in one line and then 2-line gap, then world.
Two-line gap. Here, how it will print? 1 comma,
Yes,
again one new line, 2 comma,
Then
again
two,
one new
then
line,
two
again
new
3.
line.
Then again third and
So
this
you
third
can
line.
use, and one more
New
thing.
line 1, new line 2, new line 3, ma'am.
Very good. And this /n you have to use only in the print statement. You should not use this /n anywhere in your program. Clear? Because it is controlling the printing option only.
I'm not getting it in the
Pardon?
second line, ma'am. I'm not getting it in the second line. Like it's coming in single line only.
This one, double /n.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not /n. Like slash and some other word I'm getting in single line only.
/n, some word.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll show it.
Ma'am, like you got hello in the first line and word in the second. I'm getting hello / word in single line only.
Yes, ma'am. Even I got the same.
And tell me once again what you guys are telling. Print.
Hello /n.
Print hello. Not slash.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello / world.
/world.
World.
Slash and world.
Yes, ma'am.
Like that only, no? Correct only, like
Ma'am, I am getting in the other line.
in line, no?
I'm
Ma'am, I
not
think they are
getting it in
using
the other line.
forward slash.
Pardon?
Ma'am, I think they are using forward slash.
Yeah, correct only. Backslash. Check your
I
slash.
use that. I'll check it again.
Put it in the chat box. What you given? Copy and put it in chat box.
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am. I used forward slash.
Even if you are missing n, also you'll get the same problem. Okay, I think clear with this slash n. And next class I will discuss about the data types. Okay, what are the data types in Python we can able to use it, and after introducing the data type, at last we'll write the program for the problem what we discussed in the beginning. Guys, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am, got it.
I'll take the attendance. 1 second. Give attendance, Praveen. Praveen.
Yes, ma'am.
Shyam Sundar.
Present, ma'am.
Srinivasan.
Yes, ma'am.
Trivedia.
Present, ma'am.
Srikanth.
Present, ma'am.
Kevin.
Present, ma'am.
Karthik.
Yes, ma'am.
Lava Kumar.
Present, ma'am.
Nitish.
Present, ma'am.
Mekala Bhavana.
Present, ma'am.
Sri Lakshmi.
Present, ma'am.
Akshay.
Present, ma'am.
Mohammad Adil.
Present, ma'am.
Sanjay. Sanjay, present or absent? Ashwat Kumar. Ashwat Kumar.
He is present, ma'am.
Okay. Lakshya. Lakshya.
Present, ma'am.
Swarnalata.
Present, ma'am.
Ayush.
Present, ma'am.
Siddharth.
Present.
Karthik. Karthik. Sharon.
Present, ma'am.
Sam Prince.
Present, ma'am.
Sujapriya.
Present,
Alagiri.
Absent, ma'am.
Arunesh.
Absent, ma'am.
Present, ma'am.
Venkadasai.
Present, ma'am.
Karthikeyan.
Present, ma'am.
Varshini.
Present, ma'am.
Shravan Sumant.
Present, ma'am.
Gaganya.
Present, ma'am.
Dhriti.
Present, ma'am.
Sebastian.
Yes, ma'am.
Siddharth. Siddharth.
Present, ma'am.
Vignesh.
Present, ma'am.
Tejas.
Present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
GS Shyam Sundar. Who Shyam Sundar is there? GS.
Ma'am.
Okay.
Present, ma'am.
Hiti Jia.
Present, ma'am.
Okay.
Kshitij.
Kitij. Sony Singh. Sony Singh.
Present, ma'am.
Yuhita.
Present, ma'am.
Veena.
Present, ma'am.
Mohammed Sohail.
Present,
Mohammed
ma'am.
Sohail. Diksha.
Present, ma'am.
Lasya.
Present, ma'am.
Nitin.
Present, ma'am.
Fatima.
Present, ma'am.
Abhinav. Abhinav. Praneeth.
Present, ma'am.
Harshita.
Present, ma'am.
Niharika.
Present, ma'am.
Monica.
Present, ma'am.
Varun.
Present, ma'am.
Angeline.
Present, ma'am.
Satyamadi.
Present, ma'am.
Deepan.
Present, ma'am.
Rajveer.
Present, ma'am.
Deepkar.
Present, ma'am.
Sudhans Rohan.
Present, ma'am.
Shruti.
Present, ma'am.
Pratik. Pratik. Okay, today absent is Pratik, Abhinav Mishra, Alagiri, Karthik. M. Karthik.
Karthik is present. His mic is not working.
Okay. Sanjay Kumar. Okay, these are all absentees today. Okay, guys. If any doubt, please ask. Otherwise, we'll wind up the class.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Pa.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.